Okay, I laid it up to the top. We're going to start going from here. A few things I want to show you is when you spread your mortar, don't spread it on top of this piece. When you end up your brick here, the top of your brick should be 3/8 below that piece of foam. So your brick should be level with your mailbox, is what you're shooting for. And that helps with, if you ever have to take it out, it's easier to take out and reinstall. Another thing we're gonna hit right here is the distance that we're at right here. We're about 3/8 of an inch away from the metal and the foam. And this is where you start the roll, is right at the mailbox. So what we're gonna do here is you need to cut your brick. This is where your cuts are gonna start. What I'm gonna do is somewhat show what we got going here. Is you're gonna start leaning your brick into the metal. So you can see here what you got. You're gonna take off about a 1/2 inch down to nothing here. So when you make your cut, you're gonna keep this piece and get rid of the little piece. Now, I don't have a saw here today. I'm gonna somewhat chip these and obviously yours will look better because you're gonna cut them. I'm not going to cut them, but I'm going to go ahead and spread mortar and show you what I'm talking about. Now, you're going to spread your mortar here and start leaning your brick in. Now, with your cut, the joint out here will be smaller. So basically, when you lay that brick in there and start moving it in, you'll be able to tell how much you need to cut here. You need to go from this corner to whatever you need over here. You're going to do the same thing on the other side to where it looks the same. Again, just for video purpose only, just kind of start leaning it in. You don't have to get all that room at one time. But whatever you do on this side, you need to do the same over here so that it looks uniform. Then it's time to go across this. What I would do is lay my brick up there and see kind of where it's at. In doing that, you can mark where you need to cut. And then make your cut with a grinder or a saw. I'm just going to kind of chip it off. That way you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Same thing over here. Mark and make your cut. Now when you make your cuts, you just make sure you compensate to leave enough of a gap there. Since I don't have a saw here, I'm not going to worry about that. This is really just to show you how to go over the top of this mailbox. And now comes another part here. Take your mortar and spread it here. Like that. Same thing on the other side. And whatever you do on one side, you need to do on the other side. So you want to take a little bit more of that room out. Again, you can cut, I'm not. This time, with the second brick you go up, once you get past your mailbox, your brick should be touching that metal. Or be the same distance as the metal. Now, one thing that I would like to touch base on with is you can put mortar right there on this piece, just like that, if you need to help hold your brick in place as you start making the arch on your mailbox. Now you're going to be going all the way around this every time, so I'm just stopping on the front to give you an idea of how to do this. You'll go around and you'll do the same thing on the back as you do on the front. Where your hole is on your mailbox in the back, you'll have to do an arch made out of brick so these can lay on it. So you're going to do the same thing there. You'll have brick that run long ways this way, and all you'll see is the 4-inch reveal, and then you'll make your cuts to go in here. But by the second brick, I'm already on the metal. Sorry about that. See there? And see there. And so that's where your support comes from on this, is that styrofoam and that steel. So you're just going to continue up and over as you work your way around this. Again, I don't have the saw here. It's on a job. But you can take your brick, set it just like this right here. We'll start with a piece. Or whatever you want to start with, you can start with. It lays half on. So in reality, you should start with a bat, like so. Then you're going to want to look here and cut that with the foam piece, not the metal piece, but the foam piece that's behind it. And what that's going to allow you to do is have a mud joint in between your brick and this brick here and this brick here. So, now keep in mind this is very rough because I don't have a saw, but this is really just a tutorial to help you lay yours in there. And when you lay it back in there, put it in the right spot that you had where you marked it from. Then when you put this brick in, that's where you're going to have. And you're going to just continue to do that all the way around on the front and the back. And it's really simple. Just make sure that you keep all your cuts the same on each side. That way that when you get up to the top, you have a centerpiece. Now you'll probably have to cut your centerpiece lightly on each edge. Just set it in there. But it's not, I mean, once you start doing this, you'll understand it's not difficult to do this. And if you have any questions, I'm just a phone call away. I would do this in full, but I'm out of sand. We've had lots of rain out here, and a lot of our materials got washed away. As you can see, you can just continue to go around the top of this thing with your cuts. And these do not have to be cut. These will, but these, if you don't mind the larger joints on the outside, and I'll show you what I mean by larger joints. You can see here where these joints are a little larger. Now, all you have to do is make those cuts and clip the edges of them off, the edges of them off right here, where you can get this brick down a little bit more. After 2 brick, you should be on the metal or really close to it. If it takes 3 brick to get it there, that's fine. But taking your time and making it right is the main thing. Now, make sure you're going up the same amount. You can even level across from this brick to this brick and make sure that you're level. And then what that's going to do is it's going to make sure that you, when you roll your top all the way up each time, like this, that you're rolling it up exactly the same amount on each side. And that'll allow you to have a perfect cut in the center of your box exactly. So, I hope this helps. If you have any questions, you can call me. You have my cell phone. My office number is 682-936-2750. And if I need to get some more material and show you something, if you have a question how to do it, something exactly, I'll have my saw here in a couple of days. We can take care of that. One thing I will touch base on, is how to make the mortar concave.